my name is Chris Lemp, and I'm from the Dynamic Drum School. And today I want to show you your first drum beat. This is a great beginner drum beat. You don't have to know how to read music. And this is actually the same drum beat to a lot of famous songs. So some of them are Let's Go Crazy by Prince, Runnin' Down a Dream by Tom Petty, Mother's Little Helper, Rolling Stones, and You Dropped a Bomb on Me by the Gap Band. So the first thing to go over is just the quarter note. And the quarter note is the main rhythm for this beat. So basically each quarter note equals one count or one beat. So to start off, we're just going to count to 4 and then repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just repeat. First thing we're going to try is playing the quarter notes on the hi-hat, which is going to be every time you say one of the counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to hit the hi-hat. So if you're right-handed, you're going to hit on your right hand. If you're left-handed, you'll hit with your left hand. So it's really simple. You're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're left-handed, you'll just do the same thing with your left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next thing is to try adding the snare drum. So the snare drum, when we say 2 and 4, that's when we're going to hit the snare. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, to put it together, you're going to hit one time on the hi-hat and then both hands together. So the 1 will just be the hi-hat, 1, then both hands together on the 2, then the 3, just the hi-hat, and then both hands together on the 4. So real slow, it's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try it at 60 beats per minute, put them both together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next step is to add the bass drum. And when we say counts 1 and 3, we're going to hit the bass drum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's add it along with the hi-hat. So hi-hat, we're going to still hit it on all 4 counts. But now when we say 1, we're going to hit them together. 2 will just be the hi-hat. 3 will be together. And 4 will just be the hi-hat. So let me show you. So on counts 1, 1, both together, hi-hat and bass drum. Then on counts 2, just the hi-hat. Then 3 will be both hi-hat and bass. And then 4 will just be the hi-hat. So a little bit faster, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi-hat and bass drum. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, great job so far. So the next step is to put everything together. So a couple little pointers. In the past, I've had some students that struggle with the hi-hat and the bass drum, and some other students have struggled with the hi-hat and the snare. So just make sure you can do that separately first before you move on to the next step. All right, let's put everything together, and now we're going to make the whole full quarter note drum beat. And the easiest way to think of this is just you're going to put this into two halves. You're going to play the hi-hat and the bass, and then you're going to play the hi-hat and snare. Just going back and forth, that's it. It's that easy. You're just going to go hi-hat and bass, hi-hat and snare, hi-hat and bass, hi-hat and snare. And sometimes I've had students that have a little trouble with that. So if you pause in between and you say what you're going to do first, you just say, okay, I'm going to play hi-hat and bass, and you hit that. And then you say, okay, now I'm going to play hi-hat and snare, and hit that. Don't worry about a specific tempo. Just try to do that first. So just think hi-hat and bass. Then you can pause and say, okay, now I'm going to hit a hi-hat and snare. And then just go back and forth. Hi-hat and bass, hi-hat and snare, hi-hat and bass, hi-hat and snare. Then try to just put it into a continuous tempo where you go hi-hat and bass, hi-hat and snare, hi-hat and bass, hi-hat and snare. And then if you're thinking of the counting, you're going to think 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also think the 1 and the 3 are going to be the hi-hat and bass, and the 2 and the 4 are the hi-hat and the snare. All right, so now let's try practicing it with me at 60 beats per minute, putting the whole beat together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Great job putting everything together. A couple quick pointers. If you have trouble getting to the faster tempos, don't worry about it. The main thing to be is relaxed and have good posture, good form. Try to hit the hi-hat in the same spot. Try to hit the snare in the center. And just be relaxed. And there's no rush. A lot of people think they have to get fast really quickly, and that actually slows down their progress because they start to get tight and they can't concentrate as much on focusing on what they're doing. So if you need to stay at 60 beats per minute, just stay there for a couple days, a couple weeks, and then just gradually get faster. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was great teaching you. Next time, we're going to try expanding on the beat, adding another variation. We're going to try adding a crash cymbal and a couple quarter note drum fills. So if you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be many more videos like this to come. And have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.